Hey taxpayers, today we're going to talk about refunds, specifically why big refunds are bad. Now before you start grabbing your torches and pitchforks and start chanting my name, please hear me out. Yes, when I do my own taxes, I'd rather see a $2,000 refund versus owing the IRS $2,000. So I think we can all agree that we rather see refunds than owing money. But the problem is big refunds can kind of lead to different issues. Now the thing is, big refunds can be different between different people. What I consider a big refund may be completely different than what you think is big, and what you think is big is probably different from somebody else. So how can we, again, kind of level the playing field and all get on the same page? Well, if you rely on your tax refund to get you out of some financial hole, I would argue that your refund is relatively big for you. And because of that, we need to take some steps in order to understand exactly what a refund is to kind of get you a little bit more acclimated to what a refund is and how to better your financial situation. Now, the thing is, when it comes to the economy, it seems like people prey on people who get big refunds because let's face it, between the months of February and April, every car lot, furniture store, jewelry store, and pawn shop seem to be having some sort of tax refund special. And why wouldn't they? A lot of people get a lot of money through tax refunds. Now, when it comes to like the average refund, it's really hard to pinpoint because I feel like I've read so many things. But let's just say hypothetically, per taxpayer, the average refund is $2,000, which is a good chunk of change. Now, if you look at, say, the median income for a single taxpayer throughout the United States, let's say it's $30,000. So if your annual income is $30,000 and the average refund is $2,000, then that's math-wise 6% of your total income just given to you all at once at one time, which is life-changing if you want to think about it that way. But again, we have to understand exactly what a refund is and arguably much more importantly, what it's not. So in order to illustrate why big refunds are bad, let's take out the entire complexity of the tax system and let's talk about something that we all can agree on and probably have experienced. So, let's talk about pants. These nice pair of pants are on sale. They generally go for, let's say $54, but we can walk away with these pants today for $34. So we're at the store. These pants are on sale for us for $34. I'm going to buy them, and all I have on me is two $20 bills. So I pay $40. We're not going to assume sales tax. Let's just keep it simple. We pay $40 for these pair of $34 jeans. That means I get $6 back. I take home the pair of pants, and we're good to go, right? Well, let's just say this. We get home, a couple of days have passed, and we notice that there's a huge rip in these, or they don't fit right. So I take them back. So I go to the store, I give them the pair of pants, I get my money back. That's the end of the story. So putting all those numbers I just talked about into context, here they are. Again, pants generally run for $54. We can walk away with them today for $20, or we can get $20 off of that price. So I can get them today for $34. But again, I paid $40 for those $34 pairs of pants. So I get my change back of $6 along with a pair of pants. But like I said, later on we realized, again, they didn't fit right or whatever. So we go back to the store. We're now out a pair of pants because I returned them, and then I got my original $34 back. I don't know why I put plus 6. That's supposed to be 34. Right? So the question becomes, which of these numbers is your refund? Now again, we bought a pair of pants, we had some savings, we paid a certain amount of money, blah, 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 and later on we took them back. So again, of these numbers, what was your refund? Right. It was the original cost that you paid. In this case, it was $34. Because again, that's what I paid for them. Even though I technically paid $40, I walked away that day with my change back. So when I got a refund for these pair of pants, that was going to be the $34 that I paid, right? So I think we can all agree that that's how a refund generally works when it comes to things like pairs of pants or a hamburger at the restaurant or something tangible. The problem is when it comes to tax refunds, it's not that simple. But again, a tax refund isn't like a refund when it comes to, again, a pair of pants. It's more like this. You see, you're not buying a pair of pants. You're paying for things like the national debt, some education, the military. And that sweet spot right there is politician salaries. So your tax money that you're paying into isn't going for like one single tangible thing. It's a group of stuff. But the problem is you can't get a refund on your specific portion that you paid in. So for example, I can't say, I think there's a lot of stupid kids running around. Can I get a refund on the amount that I paid in? It doesn't work that way. Same with the military. You can't say that I don't feel safe in our country, so can I get back the money that I paid in taxes that went to the military? It doesn't work that way. So there's really no refund, where in this case up here, you exchanged a pair of pants. You physically had a pair of pants and you gave it away. With taxes, you can't, there's nothing physical. So there's nothing to return. So when it comes to this example, this entire scenario down here doesn't happen. So then the same question comes back. Of these numbers, what's your refund? Because now we're talking about taxes. So if this never happens, there's no exchange of physical goods. Which one's your refund? It's your change. That's right. Your tax refund is literally just getting your change back. So yeah, when it comes to your tax refund is just getting your change back. There technically is no refund because you're not giving anything up. You're just, again, getting your change back. So here's why that's really important. So let's say hypothetically, you received a $2,600 tax refund on your previous return. That's pretty good. It'd be a good chunk of change to have. Let's say even more that you are paid bi-weekly. If you're paid bi-weekly, that generally means that you have 26 pays a year. So if you overpaid by $2,600, you get paid 26 times a year. Technically, what this means is that you've foregone $100 extra a paycheck. Now again, since this is a refund, it's already taxed. It's not taxable. It's literally essentially $100 extra that your paycheck could have gone up, which again can be life-changing. So again, if getting a tax refund is just getting your change back, a big portion of it means that your paychecks were lower than they really should have been, which can be pretty infuriating, to be honest. To put this in another way, let's take this $2,600 refund example that we just had. So again, you have a $2,600 refund and you want to tax plan so you don't have a big one as much, but you do want to allow yourself some sort of buffer. So let's say we withdraw our withholdings. We withdraw our withholdings, so our paychecks go up by $50 a paycheck. So in that case, it should come out, if my math is correct, we are going to be essentially eating $1,600 into our refund. So we should, all things held equal, we should expect, again, if the tax laws don't change, if your tax situations don't change, we should expect about $1,000 of a refund next year coming from a prior year of $2,600. So our paychecks throughout the year are going to go up $1,600, which should come out to, actually, I think I did my math wrong, goodness gracious. But it's a little over $50 a pay. I should have probably did the math before I started recording. But anyway, same scenario as Swiss. You originally had a $2,600 refund. You are going to increase or decrease your withholdings. So again, your paychecks do go up. So we do expect our refund next year to go down, But again, we got our money sooner. Now, here's what you can do with it. Now that your paychecks are going up, you could actually do some actual tax benefit with that extra money that actually plays into next year's refund. So for example, let's say of this $1,600, again, this each $50 per pay, you threw it all into an HSA. If you do that, and if you're eligible for an HSA and you're eligible for the deduction, not only do you get your money sooner, you did some sort of tax benefit with it. So in reality, your $1,000 expected refund for next year is probably more like, again, just rough math, $1,300. So not only do you get your money sooner, but you also, again, if you do it, if you do some sort of tax beneficial with that extra money, it actually gets, in theory, double counted if you want to think of it that way. So again, you can either stop here and say, I'm okay with a $2,600 refund. I'm just going to get $2,600 of my money back that I've overpaid, and that'd be the end of it. But again, or you can adjust your withholdings or talk with a tax planner or do something that may lower that expected refund, but increase your pay, by per paycheck generally. Do something that has a tax benefit to it, and that actually gets counted back. So the net benefit here is no longer $2,600, it's $2,600 plus the benefit of whatever you did here. So in the end, you're actually coming out ahead of the game just because you got your money sooner. So win-win. So in conclusion, let's just drive this home. So now we figured out why a big tax refund is bad, because it's not a refund, it's just your change back. So you've also probably figured out that if you do lower your expected refund in exchange for some other tax beneficial moves, you're actually probably multiplying your money, and that's actually going to give you a higher expected benefit than if you just left it and just said, I'll just take a higher refund anyway. But here's another example to maybe really drive the way home. So going back to the example that we said, you get a refund of $2,600. You get paid bi-weekly, which comes out to $26, or I'm sorry, it's 26 pays per year, which again is $100 per pay. Now, again, tax refunds are just getting your change back, but let's go back to the pants example or a fast food joint. This $100 a day, or $100 per payday, I should say, that you've been overpaying will accumulate to a $2,600 refund next year for next tax season. So what is happening here is this is almost the equivalent of you going to, say, a fast food place every payday, overcharging or overpaying by $100, and you not getting your pay or your change back until generally over a year later. A lot of people don't really think of it that way. Think about it. So if I go to McDonald's after work on a Friday, I just got paid, I get myself some sort of meal, it's generally $5, but I'm going to pay the cashier $105. So $5 was the only cost that I was needed, but I paid $105. If that cashier doesn't pay me back the $100, you're probably going to be pretty mad. I know I would be. And that's exactly what's happening. So whenever you actually overpay or get a refund, you're overpaying for that good. In this case, taxes. But I mean, same situation occurs if it's, again, a pair of pants, a hamburger, a book, whatever, something tangible. So what's happening, again, is you're overpaying, but the cashier at this this example, when I buy my hamburger meal for $5, but I pay them $105, they're just going to say, we'll hold on to the $100 until March or April of next year when you come back in, and then we'll give you all at once. The thing is, generally that would stop you right then and there from going back. But what's happening behind the scenes is every payday, you're still paying that imaginary cashier $100 more than you need to, and that just accumulates and accumulates throughout the year until total refund is calculated. So when you think of it that way, big refunds really aren't that great. Again, hope it was helpful. Talk to your tax professionals about your tax planning situations. Again, get your refunds down, make yourself more wealthy, do whatever you need to again, make yourself better. But again, large refunds, usually not the way to go.